So, what kind of nightmare have I just walked into? Well, for the first time visitors, this is Cryptovoxels. Another blockchain-based virtual world. Yeah, driven by power of pixels. Yeah, I did give directions, but this whole place is a bit of a labyrinth. So if somebody shows up for today's reading of Mirror Box, I'll be surprised, but I think there's an equal chance that someone's going to visit and try to come to put a stop to all of it. You see, here's the deal. Like, this virtual world does not normally allow for speaking. It's all text-based messages. But as I discovered in my visits to Cryptovoxels, there are a number of microphones tucked away in hidden corners of the place, and I happen to know where one is. And that's the one we're going to use. The thing is, as soon as someone comes in and starts using a microphone, it's going to get some attention. So maybe someone will try to end it. Maybe not, but who cares? So we'll just go find another one, come back later, or stand our ground. What is this thing? Oh, it already happened. Okay. So we are on stage. There's our fire exit, a hydrant in case something breaks out. So let's see what we can do. Apparently nothing. Click here for audio. Okay. Nothing again. Well, that is a shame. Ha. Told you. Told you they were in secret places. There we go. There we go. That's it. Oh. Let's back up. Back up if we can. As soon as I click start broadcasting, we are on our way. There's no backing out. Okay, here we go. Here we go, center stage. Let's see if the masses assemble or the mob, comes to put an end to this. Yeah, even though Mirror Box is a work of art, so to speak, there are those that think art ain't free, so people might not appreciate the guerrilla nature of this because I have no rights here. I'm not a landowner inside of Cryptovoxels, so but I cannot seem to zoom out. So if somebody comes by surprise, there's nothing I can do to defend myself. But anyway. Alright, so welcome. I am going to be reading a small section from my novel Mirror Box, which I published a few weeks ago, and I am amidst a tour throughout the metaverse in support of this book, which I'm quite proud of. So this section of the book will feature, of course, the protagonist Orson. So Orson has recently dropped out of medical school. He was doing well there, but not well enough No, I'm not even broadcasting. Hold on. We're live? Okay. I'm going to repeat myself a little bit here, so sorry to everyone. Hello, friends. Thank you for assembling. It is the author scheduled for this evening, Lance G. Powell Jr. In Searches. So I am here to give a reading of my book, Mirror Box. So if there are any patrols in the area, curious as to what's going on, knowing that a broadcast was not scheduled for this time, let's just be clear that I put up a website warning you about this, so don't come in and try to stop me. I'm going to read from this book. Alright, Cryptovoxels. Oh, there we go. Much better. So here's the deal. This book, it has a protagonist named Orson. He dropped out of medical school to work at a much humbler job, selling light fixtures, just because he's trying to forge his own path. And he does so, well, because of what seems like a mental breakdown, but he has not realized it yet. And you as a reader, well, you probably are onto it now, so not a spoiler. Alright, so thank you for coming. I will answer any of your questions if you have any at the end, but if you don't, I may continue talking anyway. Who knows? The Emporium was converted from a warehouse, easily making it the largest light store in the city, and the design for the store was uniquely Reggie's. I should have mentioned, Reggie is the name of the boss. Continue. The scene inside the store struck me as bizarre but familiar, and much later I discovered was tied to reincarnation. Observe. Every soul belongs to a group of souls that represent the people closest to them throughout their many lives. As a soul lives out its incarnations, it will meet the same people repeatedly, though the relationship may not be the same, which means your best friend may become your guru, and your present uncle may be your future wife. Between birth and death and rebirth, as you're moving on to the next life, there's said to be a phase where these familiar souls reunite, clustering together like bunches of illuminated grapes floating through the vacuum of space. The design of the sales floor was similar to my image of spiritual, post-death, pre-birth reunification. The clusters of light were divided by their type, be they floodlights or blacklights, desk lamps or lava lamps, motion sensors or colored halogen bulbs. Each individual light was a slight variation of its neighbor. Amidst every cluster was a square of carpet and a moderately comfortable chair, which acted as the proving ground, and what happened within the testing ground depended highly on the type of lights. On that fourth morning, I was scheduled to arrive an hour after opening. My car was consistently the nicest in the lot, and I parked it beside the mud brick wall at the end just to be inconspicuous. As I marched toward the store, I put on my beige sleeveless vest with a name tag that read Orson. O and R are both uppercase, because they didn't have any lowercase r's. I unfolded my wallet and took out a time clock card. When I thought of these cards, my mind went back to great heavy sheets and factory whistles from black and white films. The modern ones were small, though, the size of a business card. The door slid open for me, and I walked in to find the gray box in front of the registers. I slid my card into the slot, and it responded with a no-nonsense thump. I walked the aisles, curving like the path of a river, until I spotted Reggie in a cluster of soft lights. I waved to salute, he waved me to come towards him. His section was decorated with white carpet and currently an occupied sky blue yoga mat. Reggie was assisting someone, an older woman that maintained an athletic figure. She was on her hands and knees facing Reggie, but with her eyes closed. I stood attentively by the cluster entrance. Holding a golden lamp shaped like a carafe with an unshaded white bulb, Reggie told her, With your eyes still closed, I want you to breathe deeply, slowly arching your back downward like a bow and lifting your head heavenward. She obeyed him. As she arched her head and neck upward, the soft white light spread across her face like sunlight on the lunar surface. We watched in silence for a moment, gauging her expression. Without opening her eyes, she said, "It's comforting enough, but it still doesn't give the same feeling as natural light. Yoga should certainly be done in white light. It gives a pure field for any chance subconscious images to be projected on. I did tell you already that sunlight isn't the ideal. In fact, looking at it for any amount of time will blind you. Besides, being too powerful, it casts a hideous yellow shade over everything. If Earth were lit by a white star, there would be much greater color and peace in the world." The woman raised her upper body and sat on her calves, looking cross but not opening her eyes. "Let's try a lower wattage then. If you're still unhappy, we'll try a tinted lampshade too." Unscrewing the bulb and turning my way, Regis said, "One second, Mrs. Hoffman. Orson, good to see you. I'll give you a briefing when there's a lull, but you're on standard lamps number 3 for now. Think you can handle it?" Yeah, I'm ready." "Then get over there. First break is at 12:30. And then he turned to the woman crouching on the yoga mat, and I walked away. As a new clerk, I had expected something basic. My cluster of lamps belonged to the short and squat variety that you would put on the nightstand, reading beneath its light, putting the book down, and telling your wife good night before you fell asleep. In training, the manager explained the critical importance of these lamps. The last thing many people do during their day-to-day consciousness is switch off the lamp, and the final act must carry a symbolic significance. The first main category is the knob, and turning it, according to the manager, expresses that there will be a continuation, though this day is done. However, it has the dual function of expressing human fragility, because there is a click as we turn the knob that breaks the electrical circuit leading to the light, and a slight chance or twist of fate could prevent a reconnection to the living world. The pull chain is a symbol of accomplishment, and pulling the chain is an announcement of pulling your own weight within the world. In a way, announcing that you're somebody, to be noticed or reckoned with. I don't know, but someone of notable existence. Maybe. I asked the manager about the stick switch, where you push a tiny black rod just below the light, and he told me there was no poetry in that. But they do keep one in stock in case somebody asks. I went further and asked him about the lamps with switches on the cord, but he warned me against fostering that level of detachment, unless I really despised humanity and its goal. But, all the same, we kept several in stock. Alright. Pausing for applause and adulation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Cryptovoxels, for your time. It has been a pleasure to read here and not be evicted from the premises. So until we meet again. Back in the way. Stage left. There we go. Oh, I'm on the street already. Oh, what's this thing? Uh-huh. Okay. This is colorful. I like this one. These are stamps. Hub. Yeah, by the way, I do have a date in Mozilla Hubs coming up soon. You're all welcome to come. I was actually sorting out the space today. I think I'm going to build my own. I do like the hands-on approach. Oh my gosh. Think I can make it? I don't think I can make it. I'm gonna try that. Here we go! Oh my god. So many emotions right now. Yeah, 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 all of those. Yeah, let's see here. Instructions. Go ahead. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Stare at one another's eyes, huh? It's good, good. Can people still hear me? Well, it ends where it begins.